Greetings, Royal Family. Thanks for clicking on the video and welcome back to my returning Royal Family members. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Royal B and we are the Royal Family. So, Queens on ABC. I have been anticipating this show since it was announced back in May. Okay, and I've been keeping some of you abreast of the release date, the premiere date, and all that stuff. So I am hoping that you guys watched it, and I want you to drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with this show does air on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC. All right, a little bit late, but it's all right. You know, I wish it was a little bit earlier, but whatever. And the show basically it's a good show. I'm excited about the direction of this. Tyler Perry doesn't have anything to do with this show, so I'm all in. I'm all in, and the acting so far is great. The storyline is great. So for those of you who might have missed it, I am aware that they are it's on Hulu. So it streams on Hulu or it's uploaded to Hulu, however Hulu works or however that works. So if you missed it on the premiere night, you can watch it on Hulu. And I would love for you to watch so that we can talk about this, right? So basically, here's the premise of the show, right? These four women, all right, they once appeared as the Nasty Itches with a B, okay, in the 1990s. So together, the four of them not only turned the world of hip hop upside down, but also achieved legendary status through their music. Now, the four women are now in their 40s, unworldly and largely estranged. By reuniting the four, there is now a chance to return to old fame and vigor. So basically, these women are trying to basically reunite. All right, they were friends. One of the girls, Butter Pecan, Valeria, she wasn't a part of the original Nasty Itches, but she ended up being added to the group because of the manager who she ended up sleeping with. But the episode opens up with the music video. Okay, I'm assuming that is the last music video that they did prior to them breaking up, and the music video gave me very much late 90s, early 2000s Hype Williams, things exploding, mansions, glamour, riches, you know, just the thing, like all the things that a late 90s, early 2000s Puff Daddy hip hop video would have, pretty much. Okay, so I was already excited. Now this is how the episode opens up. Okay, and I was like, okay, and they released a single and a music video before the premiere of this episode. It's an hour-long show, so that's a good thing. And so far, I'm in. All right. So let's dig into some of the characters. Okay. Now I'm gonna say Eve a lot, but her character is Brianna. In the group, she was Professor Sex, and she used to basically rap about money, sex, and her all-around glamorous life. So today, what is she doing today? She's married with 5 children. Her husband cheated on her. She caught him red-handed. He's a professor. He ended up, she caught him with one of his students, and she's pissed, obviously. She feels like, I gave up my music career for you to support you, and you go and do this, right? Later on in the episode, we find out that his tumor that he has on his brain is cancerous. So now she can't even be pissed at him for cheating on her because she had planned on leaving him anyway. And she ends up telling the girls, that she caught him cheating and stuff. So she's on the fence whether she's going to leave him or not. But now it's like, I can't even be mad. You're so selfish. Everything has to be about you. So I thought that was real and well played. That man said that he binge watched Grey's Anatomy to find out information about how to possibly get rid of his tumor. I'm like, what? So is this a comedy a little bit? But Eve is doing a phenomenal job. All right. She's a great actress. I never had an issue with Eve whatsoever. All right, moving along. Butter Pecan. This is Valeria, and she was one of the ones that was added to the group. So she wasn't one of the original members. Let me see if I could find my notes here. Okay, so Nadine Velasquez is her name in real life. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that. So she's Valeria, aka Butter Pecan. So she's the Puerto Rican rapper and also another member of the Nasty Itches. Now, she wasn't the original member. She was added by the group's manager, Eric Jones. And Valeria quickly became the face of the group, ruffling the other members' feathers along the way. Now, Valeria is an ambitious and ruthless hustler with a cunning charm born out of a difficult childhood. She revealed in the episode to when she was talking to Brandy, excuse me, Brandy's character, that she was adopted and she went from foster home to foster home. So when we fast forward, we see her, she is like a correspondent on The Shade, which is like a top rated morning talk show. So she was jealous of one of the women who were, I guess, the main host or something like that. Anyway, she ended up putting something in her drink, okay? And it was a mess. So Valeria's like, this is my shot. I'm going to, be on TV. Well, the producers ended up catching her on camera slipping something in the in one of her colleagues' drinks. So at first, when they were trying to reconvene the group, she acted like she didn't want to be bothered. She said, I don't need y'all. I got a fragrance named after me. I'm the only one that's famous, the only one that's doing anything. Well, she quickly got humbled when she got fired. And then she came back and said, yeah, I think I want to join the group. And she basically said that the women are the only family that she's ever known. Because again, she was adopted. She was in foster care throughout her whole life until she became an adult. So that's pretty much her story. Now, what's the beef between her and Brandy's character? Well, she ended up messing with the manager. Brandy and the manager were messing around. Then he ended up not dealing with Brandy anymore and started dealing with Valeria, aka Butter Pecan. And he ended up dumping her later on down the line. So there's some unresolved animosity with them, and I'm thinking that that's the cause of the group breaking up. Okay, just trying to familiarize y'all with these characters. Now, this is explicit lyrics, aka Naomi, or as we're gonna be calling her, Brandy. So she's like the rough and rugged, real explicit and raw. She's kind of like the I don't know, like the Ja Rule of of the group. Now, she has a daughter that she's estranged from. Her daughter's like in her 20s now, who she basically kind of like abandoned. The daughter lives with Naomi's mother, who is the little girl's grandmother. What's her name? JoJo? Is it JoJo, JJ? I can't remember. And the daughter basically told her about herself, told Naomi, like, you only come around. I haven't seen you since last year. She showed up for her birthday, wanting to say hi. She told her, you're too busy chasing your failed career to even care about me. And no, I don't want to talk to you. And ended up closing the door in her mother's face. So Naomi, we fast forward and we see her, years later, basically in some sort of dingy night spot where she's singing, and someone called her out and said, hey, aren't you explicit lyrics from the Nasty Bitches? And then she started spitting her rhyme, and she threw the mic on the ground, got mad, and went out into the car, and they just so happened to be playing the Nasty Itches song. So she's got a lot of unresolved issues. Now remember, she was messing around with the manager. He left her for Valeria, and she's still tight about that. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm saying it now. I think that manager Eric is Naomi's baby's father. Because everyone's asking, where's, Jojo or Juju, whatever her daughter's name is, father? And she says that he didn't want to be involved in her life, so she parted ways. I think that's E's baby. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So here goes another picture. I'm going to be calling her Brandy throughout the series. Now, I did not see any information for episodes 2 and 3 now. Now, don't do this now. Don't start this and y'all ain't gonna be able to finish it, okay? All right, up next, we got my girl, fellow Jersey girl, Notori Naughton, Jill. It's actually The Thrill is her name, but her name is Jill. I put Jill The Thrill. It is what it is. Now, she's like very, raunchy with her lyrics and, Little Miss. Now, you guys know that she played Little Kim in the movie Notorious. So she was giving me a little bit of Little Kim vibes. Don't tell Little Kim I said that because she would not approve, right? So Jill The Thrill is now Christian, okay? Very wholesome. She's very much saved. She has her husband. And she's also gay. She's actually messing around on the side with her friend. So she's gay. She didn't tell her husband. She did end up revealing that to the ladies when she reunited with them. And they were very supportive. she was confessing in church. Her father is a deacon, so I'm pretty sure that that was very interesting when she was a part of the nasty bitches, in her younger years. But yeah, she said that, her husband is a very nice guy, and they're trying to have children, and he wants to have children with her, but it doesn't seem to be happening. But she's in love with Tina, or whatever the girl's name is, so I don't know how that's going to work out. Toward the end, she kind of came out of the closet when they did their performance toward the end. So this is going to be interesting to see how this unfolds. Yeah, I like Notori Naughton. She's doing her. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Notori Naughton at all. I really, really like her, and she's a great actress. So the group formed basically with Notori Naughton and Eve and Brandy. Like, they were all high school friends. And like I said, Butter Pecan Valeria, she was added later on. So yeah, she's a devout Catholic, and she's very, very wholesome and conservative now. So this is going to be interesting to see what's going to be done to her, how her image is basically going to change now, because she's a Christian now, and now she's a gay woman, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to be writing her character. So this is how she looks present day, nice and wholesome, not half naked on a boat. All right, this is this is Eric, this is the manager. When he tried to get them back together, this was Brandy and him at the bar talking, and they kind of seemed like they ironed out their little differences. And Brandy seems like she still is sexually attracted to him, because she was telling him to buy her a drink, and she says, "Are we going to finish this drink in my room?" And then I don't know if when they flashed the scene, I don't know if they actually did anything, or that was a scene from the past. But like I said, I think that this is the father of Brandy's daughter. I'm going to try my best to say their names, but I'll try my best to say their names. Okay. So they ended up, they ended up performing. Now, the way it works is there's this new girl in town, this new rapper, and she's supposed to be performing at the awards. And the plan was for her to be bringing out the nasty itches. And it didn't end up working out that way. The young girl is basically being, controlled, as Notori Naughton said, by a heterosexual man that's trying to basically shape, what females do in hip hop. And it's when she said that, I had to pause, because I remember doing a video about just that. I might re-upload it anyway, about men controlling women in hip hop and controlling the narrative and pitting women against each other. It's crazy that she said that. It's a Jersey thing, because she's from New Jersey, so maybe it's a Jersey thing. Anyway, so what ended up happening was, this new rapper girl, I can't think of her name right now, she ended up, passing out, because she was, dealing with that booger sugar, and the nasty itches were invited over to her house to hang out and chill, and they ended up finding her passed out by the pool. She ended up in the hospital, and during the award show, when she was supposed to be performing and bringing out the nasty itches, she stood on stage and said, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here, so let's pay homage to them. So this is a picture of Eve performing. The other girls came out and they did their thing. It seemed like they changed their lyrics a little bit. Eve's character is more so bigging up women who are older, still sexy, a wife and a mother. Notori Naughton, she pretty much came out, and she told her girlfriend, I think it was Tina, the girl that she's seen on the side, how much she loves her, and it's going to be between them, all in her lyrics. So she ended up coming out. Brandy, her explicit lyrics stayed the same, kind of. Butter Pecan, and that they kind of altered it. So they altered their song, Nasty World, or Nasty Girl, I think it's called, to reflect what's going on with them present day. I'm telling you, I'm sold on this show. The only way that they can mess this up is if the writing takes a turn for the worse, right? So this was just like a little quick rundown, to familiarize you with the characters. I didn't really take any notes, but like I said, I was really excited. I'm excited to see these women working. Brandy is a phenomenal actress. Eve, Notori Naughton, and Miss Velasquez as well. I had to look her up and see what she was a part of. So she has Google her. She has a long history of working on television and in film. So I like the chemistry with these ladies. It seems like they all get along. I think they're all familiar with each other anyway. Cameron is supposed to be making an appearance on this season as himself. I know Jadakiss is supposed to have some sort of involvement. I'm assuming that maybe Jadakiss probably helped with the writing of some of these raps. I can already tell, no shade to anybody else, that Eve wrote her raps herself. You could tell. And it was fun. They did like a little cipher. I'm here for this 100%. I like good casting. I like good writing. And you also have to take into consideration that this is on the ABC network and Disney Productions is behind this. So they have the budget. They sampled a couple, not sampled, but they have a couple. They played Nicki Minaj, Bees in the Trap. I was like, okay. So they got money to clear certain things. I was excited to hear that. So it's real, music, throw a little bit of a throwback feel, but I'm here for this. I'm all over the place because I'm excited, and this is a good show for me to review. It's very nostalgic. It incorporates hip hop, real life, women in hip hop. So all the things that I like to talk about and I like to watch. So I'm excited. Hopefully you guys will give this show a chance so that we can reconvene every week and discuss. I'm here for this. I think it was good. It's a good show, So you drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. I'm definitely going to be adding this to the roster of shows that I review. Scripted television so far is doing their thing. Sidebar, have you guys been watching the reboot of The Wonder Years? I strongly suggest that you do. It is a good show. Shout out to Don Cheadle. He is doing the damn thing as a narrator. Shout out to the actors and actresses that are in the show. The Wonder Years, check your local listings. But that's a show. I'm not going to review that. I just want to enjoy that. But that's another scripted television show. Full black cast that is good. All right. So it's fall and scripted TV is back and in full effect. All right. So drop down in the comments, share your thoughts, like the video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Right. If not, you just want to watch another video, click on the video on the left. I'm signing off. I love you for watching. And as always, until next time, peace.